Hello guys, hi and welcome everyone to yet another stream. Another Age of Empires 4 stream today on YouTube from me. It's finally time. We are already in the semifinals of the Winter Series 2. This time around casting MarineLorD versus VortiX, but you know, very soon we are going to have the other semifinal after this one. And then eventually the grand final as well. I'm very much looking forward to this. Yesterday I tried to cast, but I could not do it for whatever reason. The stream to YouTube was just not working. So you might even see, if you are subbed to my channel, you might have seen a live stream coming up and lasting for only like 2-3 minutes, but the bitrate was atrocious. So I decided to do something else productive instead, and then just be back for today's series. So yeah, we're in good shape. MarineLorD and VortiX are already going to start with French and the Abbasid dynasty, respectively. For MarineLorD, of course, with French, that means he's going to have a very strong civilization, one of the civilizations with the highest win rates in 1v1s, especially at higher elo tiers as well. It's going to be the, I believe it's the third highest win rate civilization after Mongols and Rus in that order, respectively. So yeah, VortiX on the other hand, not quite as much. Abbasid, they're not quite as bad as Delhi for the win rate, but they're not going to be quite up there. And I'm very curious as to what the strat's gonna be over here for VortiX. MarineLorD, with his civilization, of course, is gonna be getting cheaper villagers and scouts, which is going to facilitate a stronger economy and also going for scout rushes. On top of that, he's going to have a discount on drop-off buildings. He's going to have cheaper eco upgrades. So any angle you look at French from, they are going to look absolutely fantastic, right? Even for water and for team games, with the trading bonuses that they get and the trade ships and everything is looking pretty good. Also access to Hulk, but no water over here, no water at all. As a matter of fact, this is high view, as you can see. So yeah, let's see. As for the Abbasid, on the other hand, the Abbasid dynasty, they are going to be very interesting. They do have some peculiarities. Of course, the House of Wisdom is going to be the first one of them, right? Besides that, their infantry is going to be very good, as they're going to be able to construct siege weapons without siege engineering, right? They're going to have a variety of bonus, making them very interesting civilization for sure, especially against French. We'll see what we get over here. But yeah, I would say also actually they do get some bonuses for team games too, with the cheaper market and traders, right? But yeah, so far he's collecting sheep. After he's done with it, most likely we're gonna see a switch over to berries. But anyway, let's check exactly what we got over here. Real bad stream quality? Damn it! And I was testing this earlier before starting the stream and it was working well. I'm really sure why it's not working right now. But I've been trying to stream in private live streams for the last hour or so, trying different settings, and everything was working fine until I actually had to go live for whatever reason. Can't do anything about it. Not right now. I don't think so, no. I am recording this locally, so I'm very sorry about the bad live stream quality, but if this does not look good live, it's going to look a lot better when I upload this as a VOD. So there's that in any case. I'm very sorry. But yeah, the VOD, you can come back later, of course, and check the VOD if you prefer, or yeah. Not much I can do about the live stream quality currently. Alright. Let's go, cavalry already up for MarineLorD. Gonna see some Royal Knights come out, as expected. No scout rush whatsoever, just straight into Royal Knights. There we go, first one coming out. 2 scouts for VortiX, and he's finally gotten to the fuel H himself as well. So let's take a look at the red player over here. Let's see exactly what he's going for. No fresh foodstuffs yet. Okay. Yeah, and I see the civils coming up only now. And the scouts are roaming around. So yeah, about the stream quality, it seems to be picking right back up now. So sorry about low quality earlier. If you see during the live stream we go down to lower quality, it's probably going to bounce back on its own. And yeah, once again, if it doesn't, the bots are going to be much higher quality, but it seems like it's picking right back up now, hopefully. There we go, stable's already up. For VortiX. He's going for fresh foodstuffs right now. And he's got... There we go. The horseman coming out. So what will we get over here? Are we going to get maybe... at some point camels? I would love to see some camels. Maybe from the archer range, you know, just getting one in between the rest of your cavalry is going to be so good against enemy cavalry, respectively. Let's track these units. And yeah, this is a very, very open map. High view, of course, that is. So I'm pretty curious as to what they're going to go in terms of defenses. This seems like it's going to be hyper aggressive. It's going to be very open for both players. And it's going to be a race to see who's going to be able to deal the most damage the soonest without taking as much damage themselves. And because of the nature of this map as well, it's much harder to get walls going as well. I do have to note though that there are a bunch of extra regular wood lines for VortiX compared to MarineLorD. Like MarineLord's got one forest over here, he's got two forests on the right hand side, right? And then he's got one forest on the left hand side. Meanwhile, we go up north and we see that VortiX got two forests on the left hand side, one on the right hand side, but then he's very close to four forests close to the corner. So when wood comes into the equation later on in the game, it's going to be a lot better for VortiX, or at the very least it's going to be a lot easier to gain access to extra wood for him. Because of that as well, it might potentially be easier to wall himself up, maybe to the corner of the map, we'll see. But here come the horsemen, and MarineLorD ends up getting pushed away. So yeah, let me know if the stream quality picked back up. It should be good right now, or at the very least it should be much better than before. We're going right back up to 6,000 kilobits. Oh boy. That's a lot of horsemen over here for VortiX. In Golden Age, tier 1 activated, that's going to increase production capacity. Yeah, for VortiX. Nice. MarineLorD, on the other hand, has just been trying to take advantage of professional scouts to get some extra food. But here comes VortiX, and that scout's going to survive for the time being. The Royal Knights coming out. They're so strong. You can see that we have a scary amount of horsemen over here for VortiX, but just because of how strong the Royal Knights are, it's not going to take a huge amount of units just to keep VortiX in check. Now, he does end up losing one scout, but he's already close to the TC, and he's got the scout dropping the deer right off, right? So he's got 3 scouts over here to work with, the stable to work with as well in case he needs to replenish his scout count once again, and he's gonna go and pick the 2 remaining deer over here. We have 4 actually, but he's got 3 scouts, so he's gonna be able to pick them up in no time. So this is what I want to see. The engagement between the Royal Knights and the horsemen, because take a look at that micro though! From MarineLorD, he's picking individual horsemen as opposed to taking the engagement against the bulk of the army and targeting different units. He's going to focus fire single units down and eventually reduce the numbers much faster that way. So well played. That was a really good job. And you can see he's gonna keep on collecting the deer as well. Well played. Overall, MarineLorD's incredible performance over here so far. He is significantly ahead in score as well. There you go. Nice. Taking a look at the resources, it seems like VortiX is gonna be the first one to be able to go up though, interestingly enough. He does have the second TC. And yeah, this does make sense because you do want to go for the second TC when you go for fresh foodstuffs, as obviously you're going to be decreasing the cost of villagers by 50%, so you can produce from 2 TCs at the same cost as any other civilization would produce from a single one, so it's actually pretty good. And he's already looking fantastic. Now MarineLord's catching back up though, and you can see that the deer are going to start paying off big time, and he's getting close to 1,000 food. Just a minute after being significantly behind in food count to VortiX. Yeah, and the gold count's already looking pretty good as well. So he's gonna be on his way to the castle age in no time. There we go. And what does he go for? Of course, the guild hole. This is very, very made up for French on open maps, on lab maps, as opposed to going for in a Chamber of Commerce or anything else. They are just going to go for your standard School of Cavalry to get the spam going. You're going to get, yeah, the guild hole over here, which is going to provide you with free resources in an increasing manner as well. And he does end up taking the mining camp down over here, which is already set on fire. An overall pretty good performance for MarineLorD. I gotta admit though, when I saw the civilizations, I was like, okay, I guess VortiX is gonna have to try and leverage the camel unique unit over here to try and contain MarineLorD's incredible civilization. Otherwise, the French are going to be so strong and hard to hold on against, right? You can see that VortiX is a big mess right now. Just roaming around with his economy, the villagers being potentially exposed. Let's take a look at the engagement over here. There are two engagements taking place at the same time though. Down south over here we have the horsemen as well from VortiX, but they are going down! 4 horsemen down to 2 Royal Knights, and the Royal Knights are not even scratched over here. I think only one of them took a little bit of damage. Meanwhile on the other side, VortiX, well, struggling for sure. There we go. Yeah, this is good stuff. Let's take a look and see if he's already... Oops. He's already thinking of going up. He does not have the resources, unfortunately. I thought he might have spent them already researching it, but no. You can see that he's got no researches on the way for the castle age. And yeah, it's a bunch of villagers going down already for VortiX on the walls over here, trying to get them up. Now on the berries as well. Yeah, thankfully for him, he had the 2 TCs, otherwise that would have been a lot more awkward, to be fair. MarineLorD just trying to prevent the walls from coming up, but not gonna be able to. So yeah, this is still very much open on the right hand side, right next to TC. Great Sandra, thank you, very much appreciated. Thanks for the feedback. It's gotten better right now on its own. I'm really sure what happened. I think it was probably my ISP or something, but now it seems to be right back up. So once again, sorry about that. If you ever notice the stream quality going down once again, it's probably just going to pick back up on its own. But don't worry, because with the VODs, these issues are going to be non-existent. I'm recording this locally and I'm going to be uploading the videos as individual series. You probably know, if you've been watching my channel, that I like to record the games locally so that I can upload the series with a video spoiler protection, right? So it's a necessary step. Let's see. Some crossbows, archers, sorry, coming up from MarineLorD on the right hand side. But yeah, it's going to work. I mean, we have archers over here for VortiX, right? As well as spearmen, which are both going to go down potentially to archers. We need numbers though for MarineLorD. He doesn't really have that much. Let's see, as for upgrades, MarineLorD's already been going for the upgrades. He's only now going for Pierce attack. But he's already gotten a lot of melee attack though in any case. Yeah. He's gotten +2 already. By the way, also let me know what the stream latency is, because I think it should be very low. I tried to set this stream for today to be ultra low latency. During my tests, it usually amounted to about 4 seconds of latency between the stream and, you know, my broadcast software and actually seeing the feed on YouTube. So let me know if it's also low latency for you as well, which is going to be very important in terms of interaction. Anyway, more wolves coming out for VortiX. MarineLorD's looking good. Taking a look at the population, 57 over here villagers for MarineLorD. And we have 54 over here for VortiX. After all the villagers VortiX lost, that could definitely have been a lot worse. But yeah, that's because of the second TC and how well he was able to keep it up. Now, he might end up losing a few more villagers though. That's another one going down. A lot of units over here for MarineLorD. Archers, Royal Knights, you name it, and he's taking the Spearmen down before they can get to the Knights. So now these are getting completely cleaned up. And MarineLorD should be able to go after the Archers afterwards with the remaining Knights, and that means he's going to clean the units up from VortiX, and that's just going to be GG! With game number 1, guys, going in favor of MarineLorD, he's going to put himself up 1-0 against VortiX. Two of the strongest players in the world right now going at it. Let's take a look at the achievements real quick because we don't want to miss the beginning of game number 2. If we take a look at the timeline over here and we go for villager count, I'm very surprised to see that VortiX did not get significantly ahead compared to MarineLorD, given that he had the second TC much earlier as well, and he was not under so much pressure up until the late fuel age, right? Or actually probably closer to the castle age by MarineLorD. You can see that he took a few losses over here, right? But getting closer to the castle age instead. I'm surprised that he did not get a higher villager count before he started getting raided, because the second TC, then what's the point for it, especially after researching fresh foodstuffs. So taking a look at the stats on the other hand, and for military, we'll see a much higher score for MarineLorD. Of course, the KD was significantly higher for him. It was 3-1. We go for economy on the other hand as well, and it was much better for him as well. So there is this thing I was talking about, the win rate, right? At the very beginning of the game, and French are significantly higher up compared to opposite, so I'm fairly surprised about VortiX's choice over here. We're gonna go back and we'll see what we get for game number 2. Welcome everyone then to game number 2 in the series, MarineLorD versus VortiX, playing with Chinese and Rus respectively. Now this is, wow, this is actually boulder based, so I'm very curious as to what Chinese are going to go for over here. So yeah, for the blue player with Chinese, he's gonna be getting myriad bonuses. Of course, he's going to have the Imperial Officer, you know, he's going to have the Dynasty system as well, free chemistry upon reaching the Imperial. It's going to be a very strong civilization for sure, even faster working docks too, which can potentially be devastating, because if you get the docks up at a comparable time, or you go up to the fuel age rather at a comparable time, since you're probably not going to be fighting in the dark age, right? You go up to the fuel age at a comparable time, 20% faster working docks means you're going to be able to produce 6 units in the time it's going to take your opponent to go for 5. So you're going to be able to outproduce him and significantly get ahead, potentially secure water control that way. We'll see though, because so far MarineLorD doesn't seem to be interested in going for water. Meanwhile, we'll take a look at VortiX and see he's already going for the dock. To be fair though, once again, probably not going to be fighting over water in the Dark Age. Although, I guess there is a possibility for MarineLorD to just try and play this one for full land. I was watching a game earlier today. It was on Boulder Bay as well. And yeah, sometimes you're gonna be better off just going for full land if you're not expecting to get ahead in water. Why would you get ahead in water? Well, VortiX is going to have the whole Ladia system, which is going to make it a little bit harder to predict exactly what they're gonna be going for. You know, he can go for fishing boats, and then they can turn those into battle boats. So yeah, I guess it's understandable. We'll see though. It's not all said and done just yet. MarineLorD could very easily add a dock later on. But anyway, let's take a look. Alright. A little bit of a scout engagement over here. The players are just gonna be playing to get the hunting over here, of course. The Chinese player will want to deny as much hunting as possible, since VortiX is gonna be gaining gold and increasing his bounty for each animal that he's able to take. So yeah. Okay, wow. And MarineLorD got it. Well played. He was waiting over there very patiently, notice, for the first hit to come from VortiX so he could deny with the second one. Now we have 2 scouts over here though. Yeah, and once again, no dock coming up at all for MarineLorD. We'll just have to wait and see what's going to develop of this game. Of course, a lot of fishing boats over here. Is it Ladio? Is it Laudia? But yeah, he's got the fishing boats right now. That's going to be always a threat, you know? Later on, it could easily turn into war boats. Oh, what is this though? I think MarineLorD was trying to go for the dock. Yeah! And he's being targeted by the scout already. The villager has lost a significant amount of HP over here. There's a spearman over here for MarineLorD. You know, VortiX is very unlikely to deny the dock over here, but playing his cards right means that he probably would still be able to get the villager down though. He would just have to try and bait the spearman around because he's got mobility with the scout. However, it's very, very good unit control over here from MarineLorD. You can see how he's keeping the... Okay, MarineLorD! Uh-oh. Okay, he's just giving up on the villager by the looks of it. Where's the spearman? What? Did he misclick on the minimap? What is he doing? Oh man, he's got another spearman over here, but the villager's going down. That's a goner, guys! And that's a villager pick already for VortiX. Well played. While getting a bunch of gold over here, let me take a look. So we are in the Tang Dynasty already for VortiX, which is the default one, right? I want to see, for MarineLorD, sorry. I want to see for VortiX what the bounty is looking like over here. 115, so he's been able to unlock the first tier. Second tier is going to be coming up 250 plus gold. I'm not too sure there's actually enough left though for him to get it, because this tier patch on the left hand side is already depleted, this one down south is already depleted as well, and then on the right hand side we have both these deer patches depleted as well, so yeah. And there we go. All the attack ships coming out from VortiX. A little bit of a scout rush. We have Spearman over here to work with as well. VortiX, on the other hand, he's already gone for the gate, Golden Gate, right? Just going to act as a market. There's a little bit of pressure over here. I don't think this is going to be particularly deadly for VortiX. Could potentially go for a wooden fortress, and he will be fine. You know, it's going to be stronger. Garrison is going to shelter more villages as well. Yeah, there we go. Wooden fortress coming up like immediately. Good stuff. Well played. Right hand side. Yeah, not much. MarineLorD still in the Dark Age, and he's gonna start going to the Field Age right now with the Imperial Academy as well, which is going to be a defensive type building, of course. Interesting. Yeah. It's overall pretty good, and he's already under pressure over here. So what does he have? He's going up to the Field Age, but he doesn't really have a whole lot of water presence whatsoever to defend. So it seems like the dock in the end is going to end up being a waste of the investment, right? Kind of waste of resources. Meanwhile, we'll take a look at VortiX on the other hand. His economy is looking super strong, of course. He does have a few extra eco units because of the fishing boats over here, 7, right? So we take a look at the economy in 31 compared to MarineLorD's 25. So that's already pretty good for VortiX. Production is going to consist of villagers for the most part and some eco upgrades. Meanwhile, we'll take a look at MarineLorD on the other hand, and he's gotten just now to the Fuel Age. And what is the deal over here? Fishing boats coming out, really? Oh boy, that is not the moment to start going for fishing boats. And he's trying, oh god, he's trying to go for junks. I don't know if he's gonna even be able to get more than one out though. I want to see more battle boats over here, more attack ships from VortiX. Yeah, and there's not much production other than... Ah, okay, he does have a second dock up north. That makes a lot more sense. So he's gonna be going for junks. Okay, I'm liking this a little bit better, yes. The Lucho, you can see they're not going to be quite as strong. So these junks are going to be fantastic for the Chinese player. He's gonna have to repair this though, otherwise it's going down, you can see. But he's got a villager already coming over. Good job. Meanwhile, VortiX gonna try to get some damage done over here himself. MarineLorD, sorry, against VortiX Dock over here. MarineLord's gonna try to take the Dock down, not gonna be able to do it. We already have an attack ship coming up to defend. Plus 2 more over here. Yeah. Blacksmith on the way. Does he have a house? Yeah, he's already gotten a house. He was about to get housed. So yeah, let's take a look to see if he'll be able to regain water control over here. He did delay the fuel age, and he was almost losing one of the docks, but it seems like he's in a much better spot right now. Hopefully it's not going to be temporary and we are going to get a great game. So we have only 3 attack ships over here. About 4 or 5. Let's take a look. 3 junks for MarineLorD. VortiX on the other hand, some 5 right now. Good job. Of course, you can potentially tap into the fishing boats. Yeah. And just as I say that, right, a few of these turn into attack boats, so let's see. Good job. Very nice pressure. And it's just a slightly delayed fuel age into water aggression for MarineLorD, as opposed to just full field land attack. So 10 attack ships over here. We have only 5 junks. I don't think that'll be enough though. He's trying to soak a little bit of damage with the fishing boat over there. I'm not really sure if that's actually on purpose or if he just... Well, I mean, that's not going to soak damage for too long. I can tell you that much. Yeah, these junks are just not enough. The numbers are looking great for MarineLorD. No wonder. Yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier, right? The whole Lodia system can be extremely unpredictable. That's going to be just GG, guys. VortiX takes game number 2, and he's gonna be taking on MarineLorD to equalize the series and bring us a full semi-final series over here for the first one of the day with a 1-1 score. We're gonna be getting a 3rd game coming up. Just a little bit. Let's update the score. 1-1. There you are. Taking a look at the stats over here real quick. Let's go and take a look at military. This is absolutely incredible because the way that VortiX was able to hold on to water after, of course, yeah, he was the first one to go for actual attack ships, but then you can see the spikes over here. I'm pretty sure that was because of the fishing boats becoming attack boats, attack ships, right? Over here, and the mechanics just so strong. And the way that you can notice is because both players had 2 docks, you can only have like 2 different degrees of slope, right? When you're producing from 2, when you're producing from 1, and then when you when you tap into the whole of your system, you're going to get a spike over here. So well played. It did end up losing a few units over here in the end, but you can see that it was not anywhere near as bad as MarineLorD's losses at the end. So good job. VortiX is going to be coming out on top, and now we're going to wait for game number 3 to see who's going to be taking the series and moving on to the grand finals. Welcome everyone then to game number 3 in the series, the decider, to see who moves on to the grand finals already, where they're going to be facing the winner of the next semi-final to take place between Donartes and Mr. Lucifron. So for this one, VortiX is going to be with French once again, MarineLorD, Scat, Rus. We have talked about both civilizations a little bit earlier in the series, so I don't think we're going to be going through these too much. This, by the way, is going to be defined on Dry Arabia, of course, the tiebreaker. So we'll see what we get. Starting with MarineLorD's, let's see, map generation over here real quick. There's not a whole lot we're going to be able to take a look at in Dark Age. He does have some safe resources, so mainly he does have a goal on the back, although it's a little bit far away from the TC. He does have a little bit of a closer gold over here forward though in front of the TC, but kind of exposed, and then he's got a stone on the left hand side. However, he does have a wood line over here, pretty nice for the Rus player. I'm gonna take a look at the scouts, see if he can take a good amount of bounty or not, but let's go and take a look at VortiX's map generation real quick as well. So this is a big difference. VortiX, you can see that he does have also 1 gold forward and 1 gold on the back, but the gold forward is going to be as far away from the TC as the goal on the back is for MarineLorD over here. Meanwhile, VortiX's back goal is going to be closer to the TC in the same way that the North forward goal over here is going to be to MarineLorD's TC, right? So this is looking a little bit better for VortiX. Going to be able to defend this a little bit easier. The distance that the villagers are going to have to traverse to get to the TC is not going to be quite as great. And he does have a wound lane very, very close to the TC as well, so it's not bad. A little bit of a scout engagement over here, going in favor of VortiX. This is really, really strong, because if he does end up taking this engagement, then that's going to nerf MarineLorD's bounty so much. But now we see a second scout over here, and VortiX will get completely pushed out. I don't think he's got a second scout, but he does actually, but it's on the right hand side, so all the way across the TC. Meanwhile, MarineLorD over here is going to be able to take advantage of this little bit of window, time window that he's gotten for himself to get all the deer. Good job. There we go. Yeah, and he's getting a lot. He's getting a lot. You can see that he's already gotten past tier 2. So past 250, now it's going to be playing to try and get to 500. Now that's going to be a tall order, mind you, right? I don't think we have any deer patches left untapped, right? We don't. We don't. All the deer patches have already been, well, killed. And I guess we only have some wolves and then the boars, right? The boars, surprisingly, nobody seems to take them, even though they are going to yield a very high amount of gold. And food, of course, too. We do have some wolves over here that VortiX has been trying to collect himself. Notice how VortiX is trying to wait? Oh, but he's unable to do it. He was trying to wait until the wolves were one hit each. But he's unable to do it. MarineLorD's doing really, really good job over here, making sure that he is the one getting the walls. Yeah, and he's getting them all. Well played. Well played. He's going to be getting this one. That's going to be the 4th wall for him as well. Getting him past 350 gold. He's gotten for free. Just by taking advantage of the bounty system. Good job. PLH will be here very soon for MarineLorD. VortiX, on the other hand, is going to be there fairly soon as well. For whatever reason, the progress bar was not coming up over here. Not that you would be able to see it anyway, but yeah. There we go.
Finit. Okay.
What's up? Yeah. Skull Cavalry is already up. So we'll see some Royal Knights coming out. As a matter of fact, we take a look at him and he's going for scouts on top of Royal Knights. So we'll see professional scouts come up and he's going to try and deny as much hunting as possible. There we go. He's going to try to deny as much hunting as possible from the Roost player, of course. Meanwhile, we'll take a look at MarineLorD's point of view, and he's got professional scouts coming up. Now, is that coming up sooner? I think it's coming up a little bit earlier, right? Yeah. Oh, interesting. We have a wheelbarrow coming up over here as well for VortiX. Good job. And yeah, this is what I was trying to look at, right? See if he was going to have a significant head start to professional scouts or not, because he already has the units out in the open. Yes. Let's see. He's just trying to keep these units from VortiX at bay, man. We have 3 versus 3 over here, and Macro's going to be incredibly important. And we have seen MarineLorD's really, really good when it comes to unit control over here. Macro is going to be so strong. You can see he's going right after the deer, completely ignoring the scouts and bringing the meat back home. Meanwhile, VortiX should be able to collect these deer now, but there's going to be 1 remaining over here. VortiX won't be able to collect, and I'm pretty sure MarineLorD should be able to go for. However, MarineLorD, I think he's also going to be tempted to just go up north over here and try to snatch these instead. There are 7 over here he's going to be able to collect for sure. We'll see if he does end up going for it. Good job. Yeah. He's going down south though, interesting. Ah, VortiX already had a scary amount of scouts over here ready to go and pick the deer on the left hand side. Well, good thing then that MarineLorD did not try to go for it. He was not really going to be able to get much of anything. Well, this is actually very well played from VortiX. And I think MarineLorD's game sense must have been just tingling over there. And he was like, go for the safe one, man. Just go for the south one. He's been able to get it though. On the right hand side he's collecting this as well. So it seems like he's just going to give up on this one in the north. And I mean, that's still fine. He managed to get 3 from the center one, which was technically VortiX's deer patch. So that's already denying like 25% of the deer that should have been naturally available to VortiX overall. So yeah, the professional scout meta, man, is too strong. Castle H already on the way now for MarineLorD. We take a look at VortiX on the other hand. VortiX is going for some Royal Knights. We'll see what he can do. Once again, win rates a little higher for Ruse against French specifically. So let's see. There we go. It's coming in. It's gonna try to strike. We have double archer ranges coming up over here though. For MarineLorD, he was gonna try to go for the horse archer play. But I mean, I still think he's gonna try, right? He's still on his way to the castle age, but he's had to bail on the landmark. He's had to bail on the landmark, and now he's only gonna be able to defend himself using scouts. But notice the heist as VortiX was coming in right to get the deer back up, you know, after it got stolen. He's gonna be getting 3 deer back, and that's actually going to barely equalize the situation because those 3 deer MarineLorD actually stole from the center deer patch, which once again actually belonged to VortiX in the first place. So this was a very, very expensive recuperation, so to say, of resources for VortiX. Meanwhile, MarineLorD is already in the castle age. He's got gold landmarks up. He's got the second archer range coming up. We're gonna see a play for horse archers, of course. You can see that we have already a warrior monk coming out. It's gonna try and go and collect the relics. And then on top of that, we take a look at the military production. You can see that he's got horse archers coming in by the minute. So it's a very, very good position overall still for the bull player in any case. And VortiX, honestly guys, he's not looking that great. It doesn't seem like he's got enough resources to go out to the castle H anytime soon. You can see that there is no landmark on the way, so it's not like he's already used the resources. And if we go and take a look at this point of view, right, we take a look at population and take a look at production as well. He's going for Royal Knights, he's going for Chivalry as well. And he's got 36 eco units, 9 military units versus 32 eco units over here, and 12 military units. So we do have a little bit of a stronger economy though for VortiX, mind you. Seems like we have had a little bit of idle TC time for MarineLorD in order to get the resources to go up to the castle H, but I think it might just be worth it, you know? He fell behind by 4 villages, yes, but how many villages is going to be able to collect by having such a strong head start to the castle H into cavalry archer production? What can VortiX do over here? He's going to have to play extremely defensive. You can see that he's already gone for the second TC already. And it's kind of like a necessary move, because if he sticks to only 1 TC, we know that that's not going to have enough garrisoning capacity for all the villagers, right? And with cavalry archers already, or horse archers already out in the open for MarineLorD, it's going to be too risky to just rely on 1 TC. So he does have the second TC. It doesn't mean that he's going to necessarily produce from both TCs at all times, because he might want to save the resource to go up to the castle H as soon as possible, which is also extremely important for him. But another option for him would be to go for a barracks, and he's not going. He's going for an archer range. I was going to say to go for a barracks and try to get spearmen, right? So he would be able to defend against the horse archers, maybe with the TC, maybe with some outpost around the map, around his base rather, and then with the spearmen against potential scouts, right? But yeah, I guess the archer range is already going to be good too. It's just that I don't think archers alone are going to cut it against horse archers over here. The high mobility for horse archers means that inherently they're going to be able to close the gap against the archers, so the extra range for the archers is not going to matter. And because these are so tanky as well compared to standard archers, it just doesn't seem like a good choice. But I guess he's kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. Because yeah, MarineLorD's pressure over here is incredible. He's gotten a 700 point lead already against VortiX. How good is this for MarineLorD? This is absolutely incredible. He's got one sacred site already. He's going to secure the second sacred site as well. And yeah, there we go. The second one's on the way, and then the third one's gonna be secured eventually as well. And that means he's going to put VortiX on a timer. Try and come back into this game. Finally, VortiX is thinking of going out to the Castle Age. So yeah, what do we have over here? Well, for the French player, you're expecting nothing but the Gale Hole, and he's going for it. Yeah, Sacred Victory is gonna be here about 22 minutes into the game. We'll see. Stuff. I believe this is open still. No, it's not. It's not. Never mind. There we go. No age begins for VortiX. Yes. Did he manage to get even further ahead in villager count? I would imagine, because the second TC 51 compared to 41. Yeah, he's got 10 extra villagers. His economy is already stronger as it is. I think now it's time to stop going for more villagers and start making a switch into full military production so that he can start contesting the sacred sites before we actually get closer to sacred site victory. So yeah. See? It's going around, just trying to stay in front of the sacred sites. Man, that's a scary amount of scouts over here. The horse archers, sorry. How many do we have? Damn, he's got 30 horse archers! These are so strong! 12 attack. We have 5 pierce armor for these veteran royal knights, which means they are still gonna be taking 7 damage a pop, right? So it's going to take about 35 horse archers to one-shot royal knights over here, and he's getting close to that number, but he's already got enough to two-shot these units, right? So because of the mobility of the horse archers as well, he should be able to kite, and we'll be taking minimal losses because he needs about, once again, 35 I think horse archers to take these knights with one volley, with one good volley. As long as he stays above 18, it's already going to be enough for him to two-shot these units as well. So he can take a lot of losses, and he would still be able to clean these units up, because there is no way these royal knights would be able to take all these horse archers. Or at the very least reduce them under 18, right? This is what I'm talking about! It's not good enough! He's got a meat shield over here with the scouts as well. The unit control for MarineLorD has been incredible this game, guys! VortiX is going to get cleaned up over here. No more royal knights for the red player. These archers are going to get completely cleaned up as well. What a great unit control over here for MarineLorD, allowing him to get such a beautiful trade. Yes, he does end up losing a lot of these scouts, or actually, sorry, the horse archers once again. Keep on confusing the unit. He does end up taking a lot of losses, but once again, he's been able to stay at 18 or higher, which is going to be the magic number for him to two-shot royal knights, veteran royal knights, right, with the upgrades that VortiX got right now. So anyway, once again, we are about 7 minutes away from sacred site victory. Some outposts coming up right now for VortiX as well. We'll see. MarineLorD's gonna try to deny this one. We have veteran archers over here as well from VortiX. Gotta be careful, because once again, these horse archers, the mobility means they can close the gap in no time. It seems like he's going to let the outpost come up though. Yeah, he's taking a little bit too many losses over here actually. He's gotta bail. He's gotta bail. He does have more HP compared to the archers, but he was not taking the best engagement over there. definitely lost way more horse archers over here than VortiX lost veteran archers, that's for sure. I think right now the play for MarineLorD is try to go and secure these sacred sites. He wants to take the series, probably going for outposts around here. You know, maybe getting one up around here would be pretty strong. Oh crap, that's a that's a thin boy. But maybe getting an outpost around this area would be very strong. Then another one in front of each sacred site, right? He's not taking any stone right now, otherwise a keep could potentially be a play as well to consider, but he's just been trying to focus on military production. Mind you though, MarineLorD's got so much gold right now, I think with the market, he might be able to balance his economy to just go up to the Imperial Age fairly soon. Let me take a look at Marine. Does he even have a market? He does have a market, yes. Okay, we'll see. That's certainly going to be on the table for him. It's going to be an option. And that's just because of the sacred sites as well. It's going to give you so much gold. I think that's definitely a thing to consider. He's just trying to go for as many units as possible, though. You can see a production still coming up. Oh, and he's going for... There we go. He's going to upgrade the early knights tonight, so he's going to have much stronger meat shield compared to the scouts that he's been relying on for the most part. And now I'm liking this a lot better. You can see the knights are already coming up. Good job. There we go. Beautiful as well. He's going for Boya's Fortitude. It's going to be a unique technology, right, for the Rus, which is going to increase their HP, their cavalry HP by 20. This is very similar to the Bloodlines upgrade in Age of Empires 2. Let's see, Pierce Armor coming up for him as well. And VortiX is trying to get the walls up. Interesting. Once again, I think VortiX should still be significantly ahead in villager count, right? However, okay, 65 for VortiX. Take a look at MarineLorD. MarineLorD's at 62. Wow, that's actually very, very close. But yeah, I think that any extra villagers that the red player might have been able to hold on to up until now will not really make much of a difference in his favor, because it's gonna be playing catch up because of all the extra gold that we've been getting. For MarineLorD, of course, with the sacred site control, still has a very strong army over here to defend sacred site too. Good evening, R-Base. I'm so busy today, completely missed this event. No problem. I was just not really sure if it was going to work out at all or not, because yesterday I could not stream. I tried, I mean, but it was going down to 400 kilobits, 900 kilobits, and it was going to be a miserable viewing experience, so I decided to just not go for it. I did do something else that was pretty productive though. But yeah, for the time being, it seems to be working out for today, so hopefully it's going to stay like this. There we go. He's coming to neutralize the side. He is 3 minutes away. MarineLorD's 3 minutes away from victory. It's very unlikely he's going to be able to attain it though. He has already profited greatly from these sacred sites in just sheer gold income though, mind you. You can see gold trickling over here on the sacred site. And here he comes, he's gonna have to take the engagement. He's bringing the knights from the right-hand side. It's gonna try to flank the units up, and the man is going down right away. Yes, it is, but there's another man coming up over here as well, and I think a lot of these cavalry archers might end up going down. Not quite. Great unit control once again from MarineLorD. Another man is going down before even deploying. That means that these archers are going to get pushed away, and these horse archers, yes, they went down in numbers significantly, but it does not matter. All that mattered was getting control back, and he got it, and he got the game. Thus, MarineLorD with a final score of 2-1 over here after an incredible performance goes on to move on to the grand finals of Winter Series 2. Once again, guys, brought to you by Elite Gaming Channel. What a great time to be alive. What a great game to watch over here. MarineLorD's strat was pretty good, and his execution was absolutely nuts. It was just fantastic. So well played. He did lose a lot of cavalry archers, but the play over there was not losing sacred site control so he could get it, because he was only 3 minutes away from winning, right? Because he was able to clean up VortiX's units, VortiX was not going to have enough time to mass another big army to try and push him away. So yeah, he did not need a keep, he did not need, you know, outpost. He was able to hold on just fine. So, we're played. Take a look at military count over here, significantly higher for MarineLorD. After the engagements against the archers, he did end up taking a lot of losses over here, as he was fighting also underneath the TC. Much more losses over here compared to VortiX for sure. But he was able to get a big enough mass over here to hold on to Sacred Site and eventually end up taking the game. So well played. For stats, taking a look at this real quick, we do have a very nice score over here for MarineLorD as well, getting a little bit of a better KD. Not by a huge margin, mind you, but it was still overall pretty good, considering that he was not playing really for efficiency, but he was playing for control. So good job. We're just going to go back and